Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my YouTube journey. I just want to say something really important before I start the video, and that's that before I even uploaded the last video, we reached 10 subscribers, guys. That's insane. How did that even happen? I don't even know. What did you guys do? How did we get to that many subscribers?
Last time I had mentioned that we might only be able to hit 5 subscribers because of reasons. But as it turns out, we far exceeded that. So I guess I'll have to do something about that, like maybe I'll shave. Yeah, I'll shave. That's a promise.
Do you understand how insane that is already? 10? God, that's insane. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. But now to today's video. So there's a couple things on my mind today. Things I'd like to talk about. Things that are on my mind, and that's kind of what I'm going to use this channel for a little while, is just to get off whatever's on my mind that day, which could literally be anything. So first of all, we're going to talk about what happened to me yesterday. Yesterday I was walking home from work, just, doing whatever, walking home from work, walking home from work. And I was walking and somebody pulled out. I was like walking on like the highway kind of. Somebody pulled out of a bank and they stopped and they saw me and I was walking past them. And then right before I got past them, they floored it and hit me and I got hit by a car. Like, what? It's crazy. I've never been hit before. And then to make things worse, after they hit me, they roll down the window and they look at me, and it's an elderly couple, and they're like, they look at me and they look all angry. I'm like, I'm on the floor and I look up at them and I'm like, what the heck? These people just ran me over. What the hell? I look up at them and the guy goes, get on the sidewalk, and then he just drives off. And I'm like, just so you all know, there was no sidewalk where I was walking at all. There wasn't even a sidewalk there. So how the hell am I supposed to be on the sidewalk?
So after I heard about the incident, I was immediately compelled to do some research into the existence of things that don't exist. It's a little bit of a tricky topic to research because it's not a whole bunch of research that exists on it. It turns out this is really interesting phenomena that occurs, specifically in cases where you're stuck in a situation where you know you're wrong. But in times like that, it turns out that things can actually exist that don't exist. It's really hard to explain how this works. The only real way I can describe how this works is to give an example. Like, for instance, if you just hit a poor child who is not on a sidewalk and you think he should have been on the sidewalk, well, there was a sidewalk.
He stopped and then wasn't looking and ran me over. And he was cursing me out like I did something wrong. Insane. Absolutely insane. But,
we can't all be right. Unless we are. And the only way for all of us to be right is if we don't know that we're wrong in the eyes of someone else. Ignorance of that magnitude simply contains so much energy that I believe it very possible that it could spawn an entire universe, an entire multiverse of possibilities we can't dream about from our own simple reality.
But yeah, so I called the police and they had to come and everything. And now it's a police report and it's considered a hit and run because they came and they hit me and they drove off, which is insane. Like, what the hell? And then, so yeah, that was my day yesterday. I didn't get hurt, thankfully. I got a little hurt. The front of the car, the grill, whatever it's called, it burned my hand. But otherwise I'm okay, thankfully. But it was crazy. And I texted Steven and I was supposed to talk to him about the first video. We were finishing up editing and stuff like that. And I was supposed to text him when I got off work. And I get home and I'm like, hey Steven, sorry I'm late, I got ran over. Because, that's just the way I text. I'm like, oh, sorry, I got ran over. But,
I get a message that just is basically like, oh, sorry I'm late, I got hit by a car. And I just looked at this thing and I'm just like, I totally expected that. You didn't even need to say anything. probably would have guessed that.
Что такая ерунда? Заткнись. Ты никогда не сможешь стать моим сенпай. Я тебя убью.
So yeah, that was yesterday.
Something I get asked a lot by a lot of my pre-college friends is like, hey, how's the food there? Because they usually hear stories that the company that caters our food is the same one that does prisons. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But that's besides the point. So my answer is usually, yeah, the food's pretty good. But until the other day, I didn't really have any proof of that, because I'm like, well, I can't just send photos, because that doesn't show how the food tastes like, because it's just a photo. You can't eat a photo, I don't think. Like, I guess you could try, but I don't know. But the other day, like, I was able to find 3 different kinds of potatoes in the cafeteria. There were not only French fries, but there were also potato chips and actual potatoes. Actual potatoes. How can you sit there and tell me that a place that serves you 3 kinds of potatoes is trash? You don't. That's the answer. You don't.
And today, what's really been on my mind has been one of my favorite games of all time, and that's Chrono Trigger. If you've never played Chrono Trigger, it's a JRPG, turn-based. It's on the Super Nintendo. They remade it on the DS. You can get it on the PS1. You can get it on the PSP. You can get it almost anywhere that you can play it. Please play it. Oh my god, it's the greatest game of all time.
This is for you, if you're watching.
The music,
Yeah.
the characters.
What? I can't fix your amnesia for you? What do you think this is? I guess I'm just gonna have to solve everybody's problems.
The boss fights, the story, oh my god, it's like time traveling, and it's amazing. It's like the greatest thing ever. And everyone should play it. And I will rant about Chrono Trigger a whole lot more in many other videos, because it's just such a good game, and I could go on and on and on about different parts of the game and why it's so good and why the music is so amazing in every single way.
This just got awkward really quickly. This got incredibly awkward. Oh, they didn't ask me these questions. Apparently, they didn't care about me. Haha.
And why you should take the time, like the 20 hours out of your life, and sit down and play Chrono Trigger, because it's so good.
Yeah, I did it. And I go. Oh, look, it's a battle. My first of many JRPG battles. We handle this in the JRPG manner of hitting A repeatedly. See, I don't know how to play these kinds of games. This is just what I do. It usually works most of the time. I had a little bit of a problem with Pokemon, because after a while the A button stops working and I have no idea why. Something about PowerPoints, I don't know. I recharged the battery and it didn't do anything, so I just gave up.
Man, this whole YouTube thing is so much fun. I hope you guys realize how much fun I'm having doing this, and how much fun Steven's having doing this, because it's so much fun to just sit here and make YouTube videos, and I've wanted to do this for so long, and I can finally just do it, and it's so amazing to do, you know, guys? God, I love it. It's so much fun. But, so I guess that's about all for today. And I guess I will see you guys next time.
No, see, I happen to know that this is Chris's favorite character, so it would be unfair if I didn't, call him Chris. I mean... Yep.
And this is Starry Nari, signing off.
Boxy Gun! Bakti-kun.